Good morning. I'm Hannah Zarin. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a member of this congregation and also a worship associate at the Unitarian Universalist Area Church at First Parish in Sherburne. Now let's begin our sacred worship this morning by taking a deep breath and letting it out. Welcome to this house of worship. Come in, bringing all of who you are. Bring your seeking soul, searching for meaning, searching for love. Here we covenant to walk together in ways of integrity and service. We help each other find the courage and commitment to live our faith fully. We keep our minds and hearts open to each other and to the mysteries that lie beyond our certainties. Here we gather in community to celebrate our common life. Notice those who need you. They are here, they are everywhere. Let us worship together, willing to be authentic with each other, honest with ourselves, and open to connection in all forms. Welcome.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Music Sunday. You see all this happening up here? It's pretty amazing. My name is Reverend Nathan. I'm privileged to be one of your ministers. And just a big thanks to Sarah DeVoe, our music director, and all the choir. And I've heard them practicing all morning, and it is incredible. So we have, before we get to the music, we have like 1,000 announcements. Is that okay? All right. So first of all, we're going to greet the folks who are watching from online. The camera's right over there above that pillar. Good morning, those who are watching from online. And if you, by the way, if you are watching, because I know a lot of people do, like 20, 30 devices, quote unquote, every Sunday, I'd love to email myself or Reverend Joe and say, hey, I'm one that, chimes in online so we know who you are because we can't see you. We'd love to connect that way. We have our usual prayer cards over to my left and the candles as well. If you'd like to have Reverend Joe read one of the prayer cards during the prayer time, please do that and then light a candle. You can sign up for bells and to light the chalice because the flowers for the month of December, it's basically poinsettias the whole month of December. And we have a big thanks to our Christmas holiday elf who's Gage and Peter Heath. The elves are over-functioning, and they are doing so much, so we want a big thanks to them. There's an area in the back for our young people, all the way in the back, and, listen, children, people of all sizes, shapes, noise levels, decibels, it's a vibrant, multi-generational community, so it's all good, but if you want to use that, that's in the back, and there's a nursery as well. We welcome newcomers. We're one of those churches that welcomes newcomers. And you can do that by just let us know who you are. There's a blue card in the pews. You lift those up and people can see it. You're going to get the best email you've ever gotten if you fill that out. And a welcome from myself and Reverend Joe. We're invited to join everybody downstairs for a coffee hour. And today, because there's a lot going on, we have the Good as New Shop winter sale shopping extravaganza for those that still need, like myself, to do holiday shopping. And that's open like right after worship. So I invite you downstairs to do that. And so of course we want to welcome our guest musicians, Karen, Julia, Joy, Rebecca, and Jason, who's going to sing with us. So again, thanks for being here, everybody. You can tell guest musicians and vocalists that we love to clap. So. We have a couple opportunities to make important donations for clothing, for this month of December. So one is the Mitten Tree, which for those who have been around before, we're doing that next Sunday, and that is accepting hats, gloves, scarves for a place to turn, which is in Natick. You'll see the Christmas tree up next week, and so please bring those items to do that. Also, we are collecting warm clothing that's going to go all the way to North Dakota next week, the 18th, and this is on the request of the Natick Praying Indians who we're long in partnership with. And so you might have seen when you came in, bins to do that. So jackets that you kind of go through your closet, look for jackets, and warm clothing, and put those in the bins, please. And we're going to try to get, there's a van that's taking them all the way across, halfway across the country to make that possible. So that will be, they'll be taking those donations till the 18th, but you can bring those next Sunday as well. 3 more things. New member welcome and ceremony next Sunday, December 15th. And new membership in a Unitarian Universalist congregation is all about our chance to welcome you and for you to say, this is my spiritual home. This is my religious, I'm putting my stake on the ground. These are my people, this is my place. And we're gonna give you a little gift bag. That's the best gift bag you've ever gotten before. And you're gonna sign a membership book. I'm gonna give you like a super warm handshake or hug if you'll let me. And Reverend Joe will welcome you. So Sully will be there, who's Reverend Joe's service dog. So if you want to have that, if you want to join that ceremony, let myself or Reverend Joe know. Pledge statements should be in your inbox, which I'm sure you're like, oh, I'm so happy to get that pledge statement in my inbox. Remember, your pledges make our congregation possible. You make this place go. And last but not least, the last announcement from Julia Andrus in the pews, who's one of our volunteers here in community. Julia.
Thank you, Nathan. Oh my God.
Right? I know, it's a live mic. If you want to sing, you could do it.
I'm Julia Andrus. I'm one of the teachers here, and I'm here to make an announcement about the pageant, which happens on Sunday, December 22nd this year. It is an in-service pageant. That's right. It is woohoo. So Serena, Lily, and I have been, and will continue to shepherd, no pun intended, a little pun intended, the pageant. But if you would like to learn how to do this, there's not a lot of skill involved, mostly a lot of patience. Or if you just want to help out.
That's a skill. Patience is a skill. Yeah.
You can come join us next Sunday, maybe come to church at like 10 o'clock or a little bit early. If you've never been to the pageant, it's super fun. If you're looking for a highly organized, detail-oriented event where perfection is the goal, it is not for you. But it's a lot of fun. So we welcome you and encourage you. Come find me later on today, or you can find us on the 22nd, back in that corner.
Thanks, Julia. All right, with that, friends, I invite us to say good morning and welcome to someone you have not said good morning to yet. And friends, let us begin our hour of worship and music with our opening words from Katie, Kander, and Morris. Our words are up on the screens and in the program if you have one of those. Here we have come into this sacred space, quieter now with our readiness. For connection, for communion, for healing, for wholeness. Here we have come into this space bringing all of who we are. Let us be willing, however we are changed. I invite us now to rise in body or spirit and join in singing our opening hymn, Come, O Come, Emmanuel. It's number 225 on our gray hymnals and on the screens as well.
We invite you to remain risen as Grayson comes forward to light our chalice this morning. Chalice is one symbol of Unitarian Universalism, our community, and our commitment to one another. And today is the second Sunday of Advent. In the Christian tradition, Advent is a time of preparation for the arrival of Jesus into the world, and it's a time to reflect on what it means to be waiting. From its most ancient origins, Advent has been a time of expectation and preparation. As Unitarian Universalists, during Advent we might ask, what are we waiting and preparing for in our own lives and in the life of the world? We light candles each of the 4 Sundays for the season of Advent for hope, peace, joy, and love. And this second Sunday, we've lit a candle for peace. And let us say together the words of covenant of our congregation up on the screen. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek truth in love, and to help one another. You may be seated. And I welcome up here any young folks who would like to be up close. There's some room just behind the instrumentalists over here for our Wonder Box. Come on up. Each week in this box is an item over which we can wonder. It connects to our theme or the holiday. I love seeing such a full sanctuary. Yeah, if you might want to go up around this. Okay, that works too. Just be gentle with the instruments. Great job. Great. Good to see you all. All right. Well, let's start. So did any of you catch what day today is, like what's special in our congregation? Yeah. It is the second Sunday of Advent, and what brought some special people in today that are sitting over there? Like, do we have a special theme? Eliza, yeah? Music Sunday. Excellent. Thank you. It is both of those things. So is there somebody I could actually use? Start with 2 people to open the thing who haven't done it in a while. So let's bring you 2 up. Okay, can you take out the first 2 items in that box? This one and this other. Take the other one. All right, oops, sorry, Lily. Can you hold that up? All right, what are the, oops, yeah, you can hold actually in either direction. What are those? Music notes, excellent. And there's one more item. Why don't you hold those up here? It's one more person. We need one more helper. Yes, come on up. And this one's a little stuck in here. We can pry it out. Can you get it? This is the problem when you put something in the Wonder Box that's the same size as the Wonder Box, is it kind of gets stuck. Yeah, a little bit bigger. Okay, great. And I want to actually turn it like that. Sarah, is that facing the right direction? It's upside down to me. It's hard. Turn it, huh? Better, great. It's backwards to me anyway. What is this symbol? Does anybody down here recognize it? Yes. Did you have thought? Do you recognize this one? It is a double bar line with something in front of it. Yes, it's a repeat sign. It's in musical notation. You put this at the beginning and end of a section to tell you this is something you repeat. You do it over and over again. Great. So I'm going to have us put those down here somehow if you want to prop them up so that people in the back can, we'll just have them up here. If you put the music notes up there. Thank you. So now is it upside down and backwards too? Better? Was that what you were wincing at? Something else? Okay, great. I don't know. We're good. Everybody's great. So music is such a powerful thing, right? It can make us feel happy. It can make us feel sad. It can give us courage. And I'm thinking about music as like a special spiritual tool, something that can help us be who we want to be in the world, who can help us connect to one another and connect to ourselves. I was thinking about this as I was driving the other day. I was running late, and I was stuck in traffic, and I was grumpy. Has that happened to anybody else ever? Have you all done that? Have you had that experience of being stuck in the car and feeling grumpy? Yeah, that was how I was. I had my music on shuffle, so it was kind of all of the things I'd ever liked. And a song came on that sometimes I notice, like, as soon as I hear it, like, I start relaxing a little bit, and I go, oh. And the song is one that I first learned on TikTok. It goes, puff up your chest, take a deep breath, you're gonna be okay. Is it loud in your mind? Just take your time, you're gonna be okay. And it repeats, and you can sing it over and over again. Puff up your chest, take a deep breath, you're gonna be okay. Is it loud in your mind? Just take your time, you're gonna be okay. And I have noticed myself sometimes singing that to myself without even realizing it, when I need some reminders that, like, I can take a deep breath, it's gonna be okay, when I need to get through something hard. And then there's other songs that I sing to myself at other moments, and it's always just a little bit of a song. It's not ever the whole thing, it's just a little line. The one I think of is, if you were here in October, our choir sang this gorgeous piece that's a traditional Jewish piece for Yom Kippur, but they use different lyrics. And this is a phrase that's stuck in my head when I really am rushing and grumpy. I sing to myself, slow down, child, slow down and you will receive. Life wants to meet you where you are, not where you think you should be. Life wants to meet you where you are, not where you think you should be. And this is a song that comes to me when it's like, okay, you might have had a plan for how you think something is gonna go, but however it's gonna go is how it's gonna go, and you can slow down into it. I'm wondering, starting with the young folks down here, have any of you ever had a song that helped you feel brave or calm when you needed it? Elias? Don't worry. Be happy about a thing, yeah, because every little thing is gonna be all right. I love it, great. Who else? Ethan and Sarah, we were talking about this in staff meeting. Do either of you have something? Sarah, you had one?
Do you guys know Daniel Tiger? Yeah. You know the one that's like, you feel so mad that you wanna roar. Take a deep breath and count to 4. That's mine.
When you feel so mad that you want to roar, take a deep breath and count to 4. Amy, yeah. I'm going to repeat that into the mic. Oh.
It's not that I don't love you, because you know I do. Sometimes I'm grumpy too.
I love it. If you want to be a grump, that's okay, but can you be a grump a little further away? It's not that I don't love you, because I do, and then because sometimes I'm a little grumpy too? Yeah. I relate. Excellent. How about any of you down here? Any other songs that come to you when you need them? They're like tools, right? You can keep them in your pocket for when you need them. And sometimes I will keep like a little playlist or a little even piece of paper that lists songs that I can sing to myself at different moments. Anybody else, one or two more, have songs that you sing? Say what? Lean on me. Oh, I love that. When you're not strong, I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. I love that. And then we had one over here. You want to do the last one? Oh, like a bridge over troubled water, Simon and Garfunkel. Yeah, I love that. I love that. And it's a reminder. What does that remind you of? Does it help you feel something in particular? Helps you feel comforted. Yeah, I love that. Oh, Brave by Sarah Bareilles. Yeah. Say what you want to say and let the words fall out. Turning into karaoke. Honestly, I want to see you be brave. Okay, we could totally do karaoke. All right, you have one and this last one. Yeah.
Slow down.
You move too fast. You got to make the morning last just. Yeah, more Simon and Garfunkel. Perfect. So I love this. As we're going out, I kind of want to collect all of these. Maybe we can make a little playlist to go in our email newsletter, which you all read. And we can share our song resources with each other as a way to encourage each other and learn new new stuff. I didn't know that grumpy song, and now I really want to learn it. So thank you so much for sharing your musical songs with me, your chants, those things that you can sing over to yourself when you need them. You can sing to a friend when they need them. And I hope you have a wonderful time in your faith formation classes. I believe there's a particular class that's even getting a special pizza party that you've been waiting for all fall. I don't know which one. I do know which one, but go be surprised. Friends, we're going to sing you out to your faith formation classes. All children are welcome. We sing Go Now in Peace. Gorgeous. Thank you. I invite us now to center into ourselves in whatever way works for you, whether that's settling yourself more comfortably in your seat, allowing yourself to release whatever tension in your body feels like it could be released at this moment, slowing down something within you. We take this time to have a few moments of prayer and silence and stillness, first in a shared song. We'll sing our prayer hymn for the month of December, Find a Stillness. It's 3:52. We know that whenever we gather together, there is so much on our hearts, joys and sorrows, hopes and prayers, milestones and moments of thanksgiving. And we take the time to hold that in community because burdens shared are burdens lightened, and burdens and celebrations shared is joy magnified. We begin with prayers submitted for our loved ones. For the beloveds whose lives we celebrated this past week, Eric Haberman on Monday and Loretta Lee yesterday. May their memories be a blessing. And we take a moment to lift up whatever names are on your hearts. You're welcome to speak them aloud, their names into this space, or whisper them in your heart. You can share them now. For these and all of the names we hold, we light a candle for our loved ones. And we turn our attention to the wider world. Maybe you look out these beautiful clear glass windows into this gorgeous sky that you can see through the bare branches. Remembering that sanctuary isn't just a place that we come to or something we seek for ourselves, but something we create out in the world. With these prayers for the world, we begin with a prayer for the people of Syria, that they may know safety and peace in whatever this time of transition brings. And prayers for all those waiting on the Supreme Court to decide all sorts of things, including legislation that will support or harm our trans siblings. For all of our prayers for ourselves and the world, we light a candle. And amid everything, we offer our gratitude. These are the prayers of thanksgiving that have been offered. Gratitude for the reopening of Notre Dame, nearly lost to fire 5 years ago. We celebrate its resilience and beauty. From Brad and Lisa Palmer, they write, "We are thrilled to announce that our child Evan, a jazz bassist, has released their debut studio album. Evan performed here on Music Sunday in April 2023. Congratulations. Can't wait to hear it. A prayer of thanksgiving for the Dover Sherborne Middle School's musical Annie. The cast and crew were incredible, and I know it featured at least a couple of our students. Congratulations to them. For all of those big things and small things for which we can offer our gratitude, we light one more candle. I invite you to join me in a moment of prayer, first in words and then in a shared silence. Holy One, Spirit of life who connects us one to another, thank you for the gifts of music and companionship, of the way that community helps us feel stronger when we feel weak, helps celebrate with us when we feel joy, and helps us feel courageous when we need it. In this time of sacred waiting, may we slow down enough to notice the gifts around us, to remember those whom we miss, and call their presence into our lives as we do our best to just be good humans and be kind to one another. Spread over us your shelter of peace, and let us be together in shared silence.
The reading this morning is titled, You Have to Know Your Body as the Home of God by Rebecca Ann Parker. You have to know your body as the home of God, and this is the purpose of Christmas. The rose blossoming in the wilderness is the unfolding of your pleasure, as the fingers peel an orange and sweetness buds in the mouth. The bright star in the night sky is the sudden clarity of your instinct for joy. The birth cry in the night is your child falling into the dark and your arms holding her. The terror of Herod's murderous intent is your rage that would prefer death to change. The singing angel is your voice at church, not sure of the tune, but certain for a moment that there is glory. The animals breathing their warm breath in the fragile stable are your emotions kneeling into the body of earth, at ease in the presence of God. Mary is you, God in your body. Joseph is you, sheltering God in the world. This is the key to the mystery. The Word became flesh. We are the dwelling place.
Good morning. I'm Deb Boyce, member of this congregation. And every week, as you all know by now, we collect an offering and give it all away to an organization that supports our UU values. We're able to give this 100% giveaway because of the generous donations made in pledges for the work of this church. Now, if you've been here a while, you also know that about this time of year, we've been asking for the offering to be donated to an organization that helps make the holidays just a little bit brighter for kids living in tough situations. This year is no different. Now, I'll admit I'd heard of Christmas in the City before. It's been around for like 30 years. But I'd always figured it was one of those places that, you know, kids drag their parents in order to spend a whole lot of money. Was I ever wrong? Turns out, Christmas in the City is an all-volunteer organization that every year throws a party, that much is true, but the kids who attend the party are those who live in homeless shelters throughout the greater Boston area, and they bring them in with their families. They have a huge party, food, games, Santa, of course, health screenings also, and every child gets a gift from Santa that's from their own personal wish list. So that wasn't quite enough for these folks. They wanted to do even more, so they started Jake's Toy Mania. Now, this just takes it the step further. What this organization, Jake's Mania, does is it collects toys that are donated by folks like us, new toys, and stocks their shelves, and parents can come in and choose a new gift for their child. These are toys mostly, hence the name Toy Mania, but as we all know, kids get a little bit older and kind of outgrow the toys and games. So they also collect gift cards to stores that teenagers like to go shop at. Now, as I said, they're very successful in getting toy donations. It's, for whatever reason, it's harder for them to collect gift cards. So that's where we're coming in. Every single dollar that we collect today will be used to purchase gift cards to take to Joy's Toy Mania and help make the holidays just a little bit brighter for kids who really deserve it. Okay, so the nuts and bolts. There's a QR code you can scan on the screen, or there's something in your pews, or you can put cash or check in the basket as it comes by. And thank you very much for your support. One last thing. Watch this space next year, because we may try to do a toy drive for them as well. So thank you very much.
Pretty awesome, right? So we are interrupting this beautiful, magnificent Magnificat to bring a word from our sponsor. Who's our sponsor? It's Mary. With a nod to the film in the late 90s from Ben Stiller and Cameron Diaz. There's something about Mary, isn't there? Some facts first about Mary for those who are unaware or uninitiated. The halos depicted around her head, especially for those like me who grew up Catholic, came later. And that's because Mary is the Greek translation of her Hebrew name, which is Miriam. She was a first-century Jewish woman from Nazareth, which is located in the lower Galilee region of northern Israel. It's 15 miles west from the Sea of Galilee. She features not just in the Christian scriptures from which the music that we're hearing this morning is taken, but also in the Quran. She has a chapter named after her in the Quran. In fact, she has the highest position in Islam among all women and is mentioned numerous times in the text. And this is all because she became pregnant with a child, fatherhood debated. It was rumored that this child would be an important person. Some even said the Son of God. His name was Yeshua, which is Hebrew for Joshua. The name was not changed to Jesus until 1611, when King James made the change for his new Bible. This means that you can now refer to him as Josh from Nazareth. Or if you're so inclined, Josh Christ. It sounds different when you hear a different name, right? Before Yeshua's birth, the Roman Emperor Augustus required that everyone return to their cities and towns where they grew up to register for this census, which meant that Mary's betrothed, whose name was Joseph, had to return to his hometown of Bethlehem. Now you might be wondering, maybe you're not, but I'm going to tell you anyway. How far is Bethlehem from Nazareth? Friends, it's 90 miles. Back then, there was no Uber. Back then, there was no Acela train. There wasn't even a Route 90 to get stuck in traffic on. There was just desert and donkeys. So Mary, who was 8 months pregnant, climbed up on a donkey, and Joseph held the reins, and they walked the entire way. The entire way. But when they arrived in Bethlehem, and this should have particular resonance in our time, when we know that there are immigrant families who were literally sleeping on the floor at Logan Airport. When they arrived, there was no vacancy signs everywhere. So they went back to the back in a stable in the straw with the animals. No epidural, friends. And Miriam had her baby. And King Herod, who was the king of Judea at the time, was so worried about the rumors about this baby, and he was so insecure and he was so morally bankrupt that he had every single male child under the age of 2 murdered. I just want us to know this is the environment in which Miriam became a new mom. I want us to get outside of the story for a second and all of our projections and our dismissing of it or just whatever, and just imagine for a second how she must have felt. She's homeless. She's had a new baby. She's away from everybody in her family. She's surrounded by animals. She's got Joseph. And there are a few wise people around her who are giving her gifts that she doesn't actually need. Because what she needs is a night of rest. There's something about Mary, isn't there? So in our time, in our age, in 2024, almost 25, when everyone seems to be speaking for God, everybody does. And some say fight when Yeshua said, "Blessed are the peacemakers," and some say America first when Yeshua said, "For God so loved the world." And some say mass deportation when Yeshua said, "Welcome the stranger." When some say U.S. and Josh said, "us." I just want to put in the center here Mary, Miriam, the mom to Yeshua, who before she became a statue, a thing that we didn't say we believe in, a prayer, a halo, she was like an actual person, everybody. She was a mom. Where in the songs that we were hearing in Latin this morning, sometimes if you don't know your Latin, you miss the radical, magnificent radicalness of what she's saying. She says, "My soul proclaims the greatness of the Spirit, for great things have been done to me and for me. The Spirit has scattered the proud in their conceit. The Spirit has cast down the mighty from their thrones." Do you hear how radical this is? The Spirit has lifted up the low. The Spirit has filled the hungry with good things. And the rich, the Spirit has sent away empty. These are Mary's words. These are, for me, magnificently magnificent, timely words for the moments that we're living in 2,000 years later. I just want to ask us, let's not let her be domesticated. Let's not let her be the backup singer in the story. Let's especially not let others take the realness and the radicalness of her life and her message away, because there's something about Mary. Music. Miriam would be proud, everybody. Let us say together our call to minister before our final postlude. We go forth into the world in peace to act with works of love, to affirm each person's dignity and to cherish. And we extinguish our chalice, but the flame goes out onto each one of us to carry on our faith out into the world.